Which magnesium is best? Let us make it easy for you. Ethical Nutrients Mega Magnesium Glycinate 5-in-1 contains an easily absorbed form of magnesium glycinate. That's mega news for muscle cramps. Almost as big as half price at Chemist Warehouse.
Hey friends, this is my lunch. It's really mid.
I mid your chicken, I mid your veg, I mid your soup, I mid your spread.
Unmid your meal with Masterfoods Epic Flavour.
Weather will be glad to see the back of those strong winds. My photo tonight is from the Townsville Botanic Gardens this morning. Thank you, Michelle.
The way to do it.
The first
segment looking back at moments that
far right on what she calls a fact-finding mission. The One Nation leader reveals her reshaped plans for Australia, informed by the elements of modern Britain she now firmly rejects. What you'll see may change your view of Pauline Hanson.
20 years of winding back the clock with Flashback, a look back at Australia's longest-running history news segment. Two decades ago this week, we started a segment looking back at moments that shaped Queensland. Tonight in Flashback, celebrating 20 years of Queensland's favourite historical segment.
Tonight we begin a new segment called Flashback, going back in time to stories that shaped Queensland.
Channel 7 Brisbane had the best news archive in Queensland, if not the country, and we needed to find a way to bring that into living rooms every single week. So Flashback was the way to do it.
The first episode, the Maura mine disaster.
It is not possible for anyone to be still alive.
The news boss gave the segment a month to work. It was an instant hit, a weekly dose of nostalgia.
There are two types of people tuning into Flashback. Queenslanders who are tuning in to remember and reminisce, and then there are people who've moved to Queensland who are tuning in to find out what all these stories are about.
After a serious start, Flashback soon tapped into our everyday lives.
The invention of nylon stockings, the invention of Tupperware, fax machines, the mobile phone.
Over 2 decades, it's taken on different looks, different presenters, like John Schluter.
I think I did something like 450 episodes. It's like a good song, you know, the songs that we grew up with. If you go back and hear them, it just takes us straight back immediately.
And Rod Young.
What a fantastic thing to have, to be able to access and bring that history to life, as I say.
It's the team in the archives who made it possible, rescuing countless film canisters and video cassettes, which were often moisture affected.
Putting videotapes in chicken egg incubators for 24 hours to remove all the moisture, and then it would play perfectly. Who would have thought?
Through black and white and early colour, the fashions evolved, the hairstyles changed. At Christmas, at the beach, the Ekka, in disasters like cyclones and floods.
When we started doing flashbacks on the 1974 floods, that was way before the flood of 2011, and people didn't even think that Brisbane could flood again.
A lifestyle and curiosities, from UFOs to panel vans. Anyone who's worked on Flashback has a favourite.
Our former colleague and great mate, Rick Burgess, he was able to buy one of the retiring Brisbane City hoppers, the ferries, and he restored that lovingly, and it's now living happily ever after.
I did one, actually, and this is a very personal thing, with Dick Johnson.
Dick was happy to come out of retirement to take me on a spin around Queensland Raceway.
I said to him, gun it more, so we went around a half a dozen times at full pelt, and it was one of the greatest thrills I ever had.
As for Peter Doherty, the founder and long-time custodian of Flashback, it's no competition.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
These are some of the greatest lines ever uttered in the Valley.
An arrest in the Valley that became folklore.
It took years, and eventually we found him living on a property out in the Brisbane Valley.
Pete conducted the interview over a Chinese meal.
That is succulent.
That's a classic Queensland story that will outlive all of us.
Flashback is the longest-running history news segment in Australia.
People would say to me, haven't you run out of flashbacks yet? And I'd say no, the more you dig, the more you find.
A weekly time machine visiting Queensland's past and showing how far we've come.
We understand through flashback how things are the way they are today.
Priceless.
Classical, right? Now let's look ahead to the weather. Here's Laura.
Hello again and happy anniversary Flashback. I don't think we want to relive today's weather. We'll be glad to see the back